Well, now that Christmas is over, Thanksgiving's over, Halloween, all these holidays, the next one is Valentine's Day, of course, and that's the next big decoration holiday. So we have added over 70 DTF transfers. So our Stretchfers DTF transfers, there's over 70 designs out there now for Valentine's Day. So if you go to the DTF section, go to the Ready Transfers, and you can check the little box at the top to filter, and it'll show you everything for Valentine's Day or has the word love associated with it as far as tags, and you'll see all of those. And quick reminder, when you're ordering those, consider the size. So we have those sizes ranging from 3.5 inches to 11 inches. And on these, this is the transfer width. I think that makes it a lot easier for people to visualize how wide they need it on a shirt. Some of those transfers, though, some of the designs, you want to consider that size, because it is a, if the transfer is larger, it's taller than it is wide, so it's more of a portrait design. A good example would be the gnome design. So it's a tall, thin design. So if you order that 11 inches wide, it's going to end up being like 16 or 18 inches tall. You don't want that. So consider that when you're ordering those transfers and how tall and how wide you want those. I'll try to get some recommendations posted on those specific items that maybe would cause that kind of problem for you. But just consider the size when you're ordering those transfers. Now, the really cool thing that we're rolling out, and we're starting with the Valentine's Day transfer, so I'm gonna have to go back and do the others and move them into this area to give you this capability. But we have editable designs. They're editable to a degree. They're editable because you can change colors in them, and then you can add things to them as well if you put them in there. Now, the way you get to these, all of these same Valentine's Day designs are in the designer. So if you go to the custom transfer section, like you're going to upload your own transfer, but there's now a template section. And when you click on that, you will see categories. I have two categories. We have a patriotic category right now. We only have one design in there at the moment. I'm going to get to others out there, but the hot ones right now are going to be Valentine's Day, so those designs are out there as well. So it's the same Valentine's designs you have in the Ready transfers, only you can pull these in here. Now, the reason you would want to change colors on those, or you might want to change colors, is if you are putting them on a shirt or a garment that is a similar color. So of course, Valentine's Day, a lot of females make pink shirts to wear. You may not want pink lettering. You may want white or red lettering. And so you can go in and click on those, and I'm showing you right here on the screen. When you click on and insert the design, when you click on it on the design canvas, up at the top left, it will show you the color. There's a little round thing. Usually it's the same color. Sometimes it only shows black for some reason, but if you click on that, then you can see and change the different colors of the designs and tweak that around to where you want it. Another good example would be under the patriotic section, there's a design that we created and have trademarked. It's called I Stand With the USA, and the with word in the middle, I stand with, is white by default. You may want to put that on a white shirt, so you may want to change that to black. So when you're ordering, you can, like I said, you can order those as ready to go transfers as they are displayed, or you can go to the designer and tweak those, change the colors. Maybe you want to personalize a little bit or add some other elements, or maybe you just want to use those to build your own gang sheet that's 22 inches wide by 5 feet long and put 10 different designs on it. That's up to you. We're just trying to give you flexibility to do it the way you want. Now, the other topic I want to talk about today is Mickey Mouse. You know, of course, Disney is the huge crafter thing, and I'm going to talk about, you know, the things and rumors go around first when people say things like, oh, if you make Disney things, Disney will come in and confiscate your stuff. I've seen posts where people say, I know someone whose sister, Disney raided their house and took everything they had, all their craft supplies. They can't do that. They don't do that. It is illegal to make copyrighted items if you don't own the copyright to it. For example, that design that we have trademarked, I Stand With the USA, that I mentioned a few minutes ago, that's our design. So in order to make that with that phrase, you need to either buy the design from us or buy a finished good from us or something like that, or the design itself. I'll have that design out there for sale too, as far as just a straight design, an SVG file. But the rumors that get started about this stuff are just kind of ridiculous. The only time there's raids or that kind of thing that are going to be situations where, I remember a few years ago there was like a flea market in Nebraska or something that was like a huge hotbed for bringing in knockoffs like purses, Louis Vuitton and Coach and all these things. They were bringing all this stuff in from overseas, and it was just a huge market for this stuff. So I believe it was the FTC went in and shut them down. But if you're a crafter at home and you're making these kind of things and you're making Disney items or someone else, you're probably going to get a cease and desist letter first, and then if you continue, they'll take legal action on you or whatever. But the big hot topic right now is that Mickey Mouse enters the public domain. So, there's some different characters out there, cartoon characters that are in the public domain, and you're allowed to do whatever you want with them now. So there's no licensing involved in that. Mickey Mouse, of course, is a touchy subject. Disney, from what I understand, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but what I understand is after a certain period of time, those expire, they go into public domain. I guess there was a court case or a decision some years ago, like maybe in the early 90s, that gave Disney an extension of that because of it was such an impactful thing to such a large company. That's what I understood. Anyway, January 1st, 2024, yesterday, Mickey Mouse goes into the public domain. But not so fast, crafters. You can't just start making stuff with Mickey Mouse on it like mad. The version that goes into the public domain is the original, I guess from a cartoon called Steamboat Willie, a specific version of Mickey Mouse that's in the public domain. There are other derivatives of Mickey Mouse, more modern with white gloves and things like that, that are still covered, and you cannot make those. So if you do anything with the Mickey Mouse, it has to be the original version of Mickey Mouse that was the Steamboat Willie version, not the newest, latest, greatest with certain distinguishable marks. And I put a graphic up on the screen here. This is something I found online that was published by the law school at someone at law school at Duke. I don't know if it's a professor or whatever, but I found it out there. It has a pretty good graphic with some explanations on it, and I'll put the links in the video description down below too. So just beware if you're making those things that the Mickey Mouse that you can make is from the Steamboat Willie original version, so variations of it, not the new modern Mickey Mouse. I think not the mouse ears are a trademark design, all those kind of things still. So just be careful what you're doing. Don't go hog wild and think that it's a free-for-all for Mickey Mouse, because it's not quite that way. There's tons of information out there that you can go read yourself and research and find and understand how all this works. So make your own decisions on that, or consult with your attorney or whatever if you're going to go mass production on it. But it's not just, a lot of people think this is just a free-for-all now and Mickey Mouse is fair game. That's not quite the case. So just wanted to touch on that and tell you about it. So again, just a reminder, the Valentine's Day designs are out there. There's over 70 of them. 1 to 2 days processing time on DTF Stretchfers, or DTF transfers now. So if you get those orders in, we'll get them out within a day or two usually. Kicking off the new year with new Valentine's Day designs, and so go check them out at bulkvinyl.com.